All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Gems of War video. This video I have for you my scouting report for PvP season number 2. And we have a new immortal in the game that is from the Mirage Expanse, and that is Raqiyah. You can see the other immortals on that table right there. Feel free to take notes or at least pause the video so you can take a screen capture of it. Pretty good information in my opinion. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about PvP season number 2. For the most part, this is going to look exactly the same as season number 1, except for the new immortal, of course. The progression of the pass looks to be about the same. So if you liked the previous pass progression, you'll like this. If you didn't, you won't. Again, 2,000 points per tier, all the way up to 90. I believe you only have to go to 78 if you're only going to go for the free pass. Although for the most part, if you're going just for the free pass, you're going to get more of your rewards through the season goals instead. So let's take a quick look at the season goals, and I'll just kind of go through these. These are exactly the same as they were before, but there were people who asked me questions about this, so figured I'd cover it here just in case. So I kind of look at these in pairs. So the first two, Butcher and Brawler, these deal with killing enemies in any PvP battle and winning any PvP battle. This is, with the exception of training, which at this point I've completely forgotten what that is, but this is all inclusive. So that not only includes all of your battles in the quick battles, also includes all of your Citadel battles, also includes any battles that you do to light up any of the monoliths. So like I said, pretty much all inclusive. So just make sure that you get all of those done. But overall, I don't think it took me, I didn't have to worry too much about it. I did get it. It did get season 1 all the way to level 90, and this wasn't one of the last. This one was close to one of the last ones I had to get, but got done anyway. The next two go with the monoliths. You have to win individual monolith battles, and you have to reach level 5 in each of the monoliths. I honestly don't know why people stop at 3. I mean, you can stop at level 3 if you want, but I would only do that if you don't think that your lineup is strong enough to get to level 5. But if you can get to level 5, that's where you should go. Certainly you'll get a lot more victory talismans by getting to level 5 rather than stopping at level 3. Plus you need it for the PvP season, so why not? So next you have the Citadel battles and the Guardian battles. That goes with the Citadel War, which is what it is. And then you've got one for reaching the Diamond League, and that one I've already gotten, and then being promoted in your alliance. So it is what it is. I don't really care too much about being promoted in the alliance, but it is what it. And then at the very end, you have one more goal, training Raqiyah. This is pretty much only going to be applicable to the people with the paid season pass. I'm sure you can probably get that first level if you get lucky enough, if you're playing for free. But beyond that, you kind of do need the paid pass in order to make progressions towards it. So I guess we should look at Raqiyah and see what we've got. So she is a human from Leonis Empire. She does true splash damage to 3 random enemies boosted by hourglass gems. And if she's used in Mirage Expanse, she does double damage. traits, she gains 1 magic for each yellow ally, which could be useful in some teams. Invulnerable is a common trait for all immortals. And then Sands of Time, 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to an hourglass gem when her turn begins. So she's probably going to be the best if the Dark Order decides to have human as the restriction for Mirage Expanse and hourglass gems as the boost. But even then, she'll probably do okay. I'm not sure if she's going to be better than Capricorn or not. If you buy the season pass, she undoubtedly will be. Aside from that, I'd say probably going to be okay. If you're thinking about how this affects Leonis Empire, well, Leonis Empire already could have gotten to Power 30, so adding her to the game just adds another troop to Leonis Empire as well as another weapon. Leonis Empire is a pretty good kingdom to take to level 20 and Power 30. The only reason you might not do that is because its faction, the City of Thieves, is a very popular treasure grinding faction, and you may not want to cross that Rubicon until you absolutely have to, but once you have, then go for it. Ice and armor is pretty much armor's the best bonus that you can get for Ice Kingdoms anyway. And so yeah, Raqiyah is with the Mirage Expanse. That's only 2 now regions that have 2 immortals. Everyone else has 1. Anyway, that should do it for that. One other thing that I've heard a lot of people ask about, or some people have asked me about, is the burning chests. Do I think the burning chests are good? Do I think they're bad? I think they are to some extent. I think they are what they are. Certainly, if you want to unlock or level up immortals, the burning chests are probably going to be a necessary evil for that. The good thing is that less than half the time, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're either going to get 10, 20, or 50 immortal souls for one particular immortal. And right now, you probably don't have any immortals that are capped at 30, even if you paid for the season pass in season 1. Of course, once we get to resources, gold marks are okay, but opening up a burning chest just to find silver marks is gonna be upsetting. So, and then as for the icons, this kind of goes into the PvP shop that I'm going to show in just a little bit. The icons, I think, are good for players who aren't like super into PvP, such that they're grinding and getting into the top ranks every single time. Certainly early on, you can use that to get a lot of bonus VP, and I'm just going to show that to you in the PvP shop. So if you get a bronze icon, you can exchange it for 500 VP. Silver icon exchanges for 1500, and a gold icon exchanges for 5000. This can get you a lot of VP and help you along your rank progression. Also helps you gain the ability to speak in your chat for your alliance, should you care about such things. But otherwise, if once you've gotten all the VP that you think you need for the season, I would just simply leave them and then let them become bonus VP for the next season. You only get, I believe it is 10%, so a bronze icon would only get you 50 VP for season 3, and 150 for the silver, and 500 for the gold. But if you don't need any more VP for Season 2, then why not? So, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Overall, I know that that silver marks really don't hit the mark for a lot of people. I think that pretty much the best thing you can get with the silver marks are these 2 silver pets. There are 2 pets that'll be available for silver marks every week, and you can buy them once a day once you've reached the requisite amount of VP. 2,500 if you're going deep in season 2. Won't take you too long to get. The good thing about this is that pets basically give you gems, give you orbs. These are no different. So even though they probably won't actually help you in PvP, you can still get progression towards your pets. But anyway, as far as gold marks, I still believe the best thing to get with the gold marks is the random book of deeds for 100. If you are a gambling person and you need more dragonites to get whatever dragon it is you're going for, I get it. I wouldn't buy it myself, but you certainly can get it if you want. So anyway, the last thing I was going to talk about is what is the best thing to do every day in PvP, particularly if you're going for the various PvP goals in the season. Or I don't think they called it. Yes, they did. They called it season goal. Okay, so what's the best way to go about doing that? Well, the first thing I would do is take a look at your buffs and see how many monolith sigils you have. Right now I have 7. So normally what I would do is I would look to light up one of the monoliths. And I light up one monolith pretty much every day. And the one I really like to go for is right up here in Winter's Reach, and it's called Ulor's Hinge. This is my favorite because if you get this all the way to level 5, you gained the ability that gains 5 magic when an ally casts a spell. This, I think, is pretty good. I don't think it's what everyone likes to go for, but I feel like this gives me the best bang for the buck. It's the only one that's like that in this, unfortunately. So if you wanted to go for something else, probably the second best one, and there's a couple like this, and I think probably should have checked. It's this one right here. There's a couple of these which gives you magic at the start of battle. Certainly this is going to be better if you can win PvP battles within 2 moves, within two casts. If it takes you more than 2 casts, then Ulor's Hinge is going to be better than this. But the other thing to keep in mind that is, if you are starting the day with 10 or more sigils, then you should light up 2 monoliths, because what you want to do is you want to get your monolith sigils down such that the 3 Valhawks that you're going to grind for later won't overcap you. Once you've got 10 or more monolith sigils, and the Valhawks will not appear until your count is lower than 10. And since you're getting bonuses that are going to help you with everything else that you're going to do in PvP, you might as well do this first. So again, 9 or below, go for 1 monolith. 10 or more, go for 2. And again, that's assuming you're going for level 5. Once you've done that, then pick whichever one of these Citadel Wars you want to join. It's Monday, so I usually do Winter's Reach, but that's because I have Immortal Glacia at level 19, and she's difficult to beat unless you also have Immortal Glacia, so I do pretty well in Winter's Reach if I do say so myself. But certainly you could do Summer Isle if you wanted to do that instead. As for what you do after Citadel War, what you want to do is you want to find one of these two regions right here with the red icons. These are the ones that are showing you which ones have Blood Frenzy active, and these are going to get, you're going to get more VP from this. More VP means less PvP that you have to play, and more time to spend on doing something else that isn't PvP, which is why I like doing. What I like doing in Gems of War is not PvP. So, but I put up with it when I have to. Also, make sure to use your victory talismans to get bonus points as you're trying to grind the Valhawks. Once you've gotten 3 Valhawks, you can just say you're done for the day, unless for some reason one of the Blood Frenzy regions is one that is particularly beneficial for you, or one that you think that you're extremely competitive in. So do that, and most days, and I think you'll be just fine. And then one last thing I would say is, of course, getting the PvP Premium Season Pass is probably not going to be for everyone. And it really sucks to buy a Season Pass and not make it to the end. So if you think that there's a chance that you might accidentally forget to play PvP for a week or so, or if the last week of the season is going to be particularly busy in your schedule, or what have you, I do recommend that you buy this near the end if you think you're going to make it all the way to the end and get most of the bonuses that you get from the different ranks. If you want to bet on yourself and buy it day one, that's perfectly fine too. And with that, that is everything you need to know for PvP Season number 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to this channel, and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And in the comments below, let me know everything you like and hate about PvP, and I'll see you in the next video.